Right, Annie. I remember that.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When you're stuck in a day that's gray and lonely, you just stick out your chin and grin and say, the sun'll come out tomorrow.
Why made you stick with that for so long?
Well, after watching Angelina Jolie's performance in Girl Interrupted and knowing that she won the 2000 Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, I was motivated to become an actress just like Angelina Jolie.
Oh my God.
I want to thank my family and the Academy and my brother, whom I'm so in love with right now, for this amazing opportunity. I think that Girl Interrupted is a very important film that needs to have its story told, and I'm glad that someone recognized me for my work in this film. So thank you very much.
It was definitely the highlight of 2000. Actually, the highlight of 2000 was the election.
What election?
The presidential election. Al Gore, George Bush. It was really close, and Gore won the popular vote, but the Supreme Court decided in a very close 5-4 vote to elect George Bush as our president.
Oh, I totally remember now. Oh, right. Hanging Chads in Florida, right? Yeah, a lot of things happened in his presidency, huh?
Yeah, like 9/11. I remember watching the news that day.
Earlier this morning, September 11th, 2001, the militant religious group called Al-Qaeda seized control of two 747s and crashed them into the Twin Towers in New York City.
Yeah, 9/11 produced a lot of religious discrimination in America. Many felt threatened by the Islamic presence in America. Some of the victims of religious discrimination were Sikh men who wore turbans. They were often mistaken for Islamic fundamentalist terrorists. People were especially harassed while traveling.
I know. I had an uncle once who was going through the airport, and because of his Middle Eastern appearance and Islamic name, he had to go through a lot of extra security checks. It's definitely not fair.
Yeah, that was a really traumatic year.
Well, you know what was really traumatic for me that year? My haircut.
Before I got my haircut, my hair was long and only wavy. But then I got my hair layered and highlighted, and I hit puberty at the same time, and my hair exploded.
But my music helped me through.
Yeah, like the iPod?
Yeah, I remember the iPod was released that year. It was made by Apple, and it totally revolutionized the MP3 player. I'm so psyched about the release. It was actually my going to middle school present. I still remember that first day. It was pretty terrible. I couldn't find any of my classes, and I was canned by 2 middle schoolers.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that was so embarrassing.
You were such a geek back then.
I felt like escaping somewhere far away, like Mars.
Wasn't the first probe to Mars launched that year? The Mars Odyssey, launched last year,
began mapping Mars' surface today in an attempt to find any signs of water or volcanic activity, both strong indicators of life. Odyssey will also analyze potential landing sites for the Mars probe planned for 2008.
Yeah, that year was really boring, wasn't it?
Well, that year the European Union, introduced the euro into circulation. It's united most of Europe economically and made traveling so much easier for me.
And me too. I remember 2 years later, in 2003, I traveled to Europe and got to experience the euro firsthand.
Wow, you travel a lot, don't you?
Yeah, living in Kuwait, I got to travel a lot.
You left before the Iraq War started, didn't you?
Yeah, the Iraq War didn't start until 2003.
In March, U.S. and British troops invaded Iraq.
The dictator of Iraq, Saddam Hussein, was captured in December of that year. The war showed a really big change in U.S. foreign policy.
Didn't a lot of Americans think that Iraqis are really different from us?
They're actually not very different. We have all the same genes. The Human Genome Project proved that in 2003.
What did the Human Genome Project actually do?
It was a group of scientists that identified over 100,000 types of genes.
100,000 types? That's more genes than I have.
Human genes, like DNA.
Oh. Well, you know where I get my genes? India.
I went to India in 2004. I remember it like it was yesterday. Here you go.
Thank you. Come again.
Wow,
I was
these
shopping in
rainbows are
Chennai,
so pretty.
when all of a sudden,
The tsunami! Wow, I'm lucky I survived.
Yeah, that was one of the worst recorded natural disasters in history. It hit the entire Indian Ocean and hundreds of thousands of people died.
That was definitely the worst case scenario, wasn't it?
You know what was the worst case of that year? The Scott Peterson case. Wasn't that the man who killed his pregnant wife?
Yeah, he was convicted at 04. Terrible trial.
Yeah, that case took forever. I remember my parents talking about it all the time.
Do you guys remember the Super Bowl that year?
What, the Janet Jackson expose?
Exposed all day. It was so funny.
I felt really bad for her, though.
I think she did it on purpose.
She said it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, right. She did it for the attention, because she couldn't sell any albums.
Oh, it's 8:30. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I have a flight to catch to Bangkok. See you guys another time.
Bye.
Bye. 8:30. Oh, shoot, my gig's in a half hour. I have to go too.
Oh, okay.
See you later. Bye.
Oh, I have to go too. I have to get back to the lab.
Isn't my lab near your apartment?
What?
Isn't my apartment near your lab?
I'll take you home. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Bye. Bye, guys. It was nice seeing you. Call me.
Well, after seeing Angelina Jolie, I can't say her name. Well, that year, the European Union introduced the euro into circulation. Thank you. It economically unified most of Europe.
Didn't a lot of Americans think that Iraqis are really different than us?
Actually, they're not different at all.
Okay.
La la la.
When you're stuck in a day that's gray and lonely, you just stick out your chin. I can't